What's up Saab fans around the world, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I will help you to find balance, not in life but in your engine. So let me show you what we have to work with today. Don't mind the mess on my workbench, but here is some of the parts that we have to work with today. So first off, we are going to install the balance chain, balance axle delete kit. So here we have some nice like rings, bushings, bearings, whatever you want to call them, that will replace the bearings and keep the oil out from the original bearings that oiled up the balance shaft. Yeah, the balance shafts. And we have a little delete kit for the tensioner, and we also have this little distance that you really need. You can cut the original plastic, which I done in a previous video, but here we have a little aluminum distance instead, which is really nice. This is also a plug for the head or the valve cover, because it's always tend to leak on the 9.5 and 9.3s, so this will fix that issue. But this one is one of the parts that we will not be working with today. And here we have two of the tools that we need. One is a tooling to push in these bearings or rings, and the other tool will be sitting outside to keep like the rod or whatever we use. I'm planning to use an extensioner to push this in. So we will start with this one, and then we will hoon the cylinders, and then we will balance the piston and rods. I have done this numerous times, but we have some new subscribers that might not have seen it, so I will do it once again just to show you. And this goes a little bit hand in hand, because we are doing the balance chain and delete kit. So to get that correct and not have any bad vibrations, it's not guaranteed, but if you have the internals weight balance, you will definitely have less vibrations in the engine afterwards, because deleting the balance chain or the axles or the balance chain is a little bit of a risk you take, that because you can get pretty nasty vibrations. But from the previous car I didn't notice anything, and I also did weight balance the internals before. So now we are going to work a little bit on the engine block today. You can see that the shafts are already gone, and the chain and everything. So inside here I will light it up so you can see, but we have a bearing inside that needs to be blocked off. Then this oil channel that you got right here will need to be blocked off. If we could just get some focus. And the same goes up here. And as I said, we have got the block machined, so it has a really nice finish to it. So now we're just gonna hoon the cylinders before we put back the crankshaft. Sorry for being a little bit tired and not finding the words, but they will eventually come. So we will start with knocking in these bearings right here, then install the block off plate for the tensioner, and the last piece is going to sit on this axle right here, but that is something that we will install when we put on the timing chain and everything is back in place. I don't know how well you could see, but you can see that the old bearing is poking out on the other side, and on this side we got the tooling in, so I can just pull this out and the new replacement sit flush in there, so it's perfectly seated. So I don't know how well you can see it, but it's in there, covering up the oil feed. So it's really nice to have this opportunity to be able to flip the block and look on the other side, because it's actually more nice to punch it on this side so you can have a little look on how it's turning out. And as long as you don't like push out the old bearing fully out, it's no problem, it won't go anywhere. So now we will just do the same with the other one. It actually locks in so nicely. So here you can see the complete ring before I've started to punch it in. So here you will get a little before and after shot. So I hope you can see the new ring is nicely seated, and on this side you can see the old bearing, and if you look closely you can see that the oil feed is way off, And I'm gonna grab a piece of wire so we can just double check that the oil feed is fully like deleted or stopped. So you got this oil feed going down right here through the bearing down, and you can see when I push this wire in, it's a complete stop, and this is what we want. So now we can go ahead and do the exact same for the outer ones. So it was a really nice idea with the electrical tape, because this just follows out really nice and smooth. So now we're gonna do the same for the outer ones, as I said. So this will just be like this. Of course, now you don't need to have the extension, but it's nice to save the fingers. And punch until it sits pretty nice and flush. Just covering up the oil feed, as I said on the other one. Like so. So as you can see, you got a little sprocket on top of this one right here, with a little oil feed also. But you don't have to do anything with this, because with this ring in place we have blocked off the oil feed up here as well. So now we got the bits and pieces in place. You can actually see a little bit inside. Really nice. So now we're just gonna find some sealant and install the blocking plate, and then we're done with this part right here. So that's a pretty easy install, and it's my first time doing it the correct way, so it feels really nice. Now this won't be an issue for the future. Now we are going to disassemble the small oil nozzles that you have down in the bottom. Then we are going to hoon the cylinder so we get a new fresh surface that the new piston rings can bond into.
could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me.
So the block is fully prepped and ready. So now it's on to the balancing of the internal parts, and this is my ghetto setup for the rods to measure the little end of the rod, which we do separately. So we find out which one is the lightest and then we adjust the other ones to that one. And every measurement I take, I will do like 3 reference measurements, so I don't see that it's reading a false value. So each one of them clocked in at the same weight for the little end. If we would have need to do some adjustments, we would just have grinded off some of the edge right here to not like destroy the strength of the piston, but just remove some of the material so we got the correct weight. Right now it was okay, and these ones has already been weighed and they are exactly the same. So now we are just going to weigh the piston completely one by one.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display.
So this is my sloppy writing right here, but you can see that there are a difference when we weigh them as a complete. 851 grams is the lightest. This one is 857 and this one came out at 854. So this and this, so first and fourth are going to need to be adjusted, and now we are going to adjust them on the big end. So we are going to remove some material from the sides right here. So the battery died on the other camera, so I hope this will work. This will be like more first person view. So the rods are done and they are perfected. So now we are going to jump over to the pistons and actually just do the same thing. Weigh them 3 times to get the reference. From previous times when I have done this, the piston has been the part actually that has needed most adjustments. So you can imagine if you don't do this, when you have all this rotating weight and unsprung mass, for example here we have a difference of a couple of grams. It's not that much by itself, but when you push it into speed and rotate it at like 7,000 RPM, it's quite some mass, I would say. So here we ended up with one being 2 grams lighter. So now I'm just gonna grab a drill. So I don't know if you can see, but there is not much that's needed to adjust this. And I know that it's several ways to do this. You can remove like from the edges right here. So there we have it, everything weight balanced, so it matches. Of course there is more that you can weight balance on an engine, but the geek level will stop right here on this build. So we got the engine block fully made and it looks really nice. We got the balance kit or delete kit installed, looking really good. I would say we are really balanced right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out for the next video, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel, it means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.